What's going on, Jet fans? Appreciate you stopping in. Practice just wrapped up. No joint practice was canceled due to weather, but the Jets decided to go out there and get some work in anyway down in Carolina. If you appreciate the bullet points, a thumbs up is an easy way to show it, and you can subscribe if you want them all summer long. Now, first things first, injury news and notes. Dwayne Brown and Brees Hall still remain on the pup. No Jarek Bernard Converse, no Chaz Surratt, no Bryce Hall. Carl Lawson missing the third straight day with back tightness. Sauce Gardner being precautionary with some quad tightness, did not practice. Garrett Wilson was back in a limited basis. Looks like most of these guys should be back next week. Definitely Sauce and Garrett. They're taking it extra carefully there. Saleh did have some comments on the Jets offensive line in his presser before practice today. He talked about Mekhi Becton. He said, quote, Mekhi, it's just a confidence thing and being able to push through an entire game, unquote. And then talking about Elijah Vera Tucker possibly playing right tackle. Quote, we're going to play our best five. And if that's how it needs to happen, then that's something we're going to have to talk about. Elijah Vera Tucker also said he is willing to play tackle if that's what the team needs him to do after practice. Saleh also said that the Jets have a few cards left they can play, referring to the offensive line. I don't know if that means Tucker, if that means bringing somebody else in. We'll have to wait and see. After a couple of days of Max Mitchell at left and Billy Turner at right, the Jets went back to Turner at left and Max Mitchell with the first team as a right tackle today. Overall trends, definitely a much better day for the offense after kind of a clunker against the Panthers yesterday. Rodgers was 6 for 7 and 11 on 11, 12 for 18 overall. No drops or fumbles from the first team today, so it seemed like a cleaner practice. In 11 on 11s, this is per Zach Rosenblatt. Rodgers had a quick pass to Tyler Conklin, hurried up to the line, a pass to Garrett Wilson, back-to-back short completions to CJ Uzama, completions to Bam Knight that went for a long game. The one incompletion was to Malik Taylor was the target, and DJ Reed had the pass break up, and then another check down to Bam Knight to conclude the 11 on 11. Bam continues to be the best running back in camp by all accounts so far. According to Armando Salguero, who is, he's got a Hall of Fame vote and an All Pro vote, reporter said that the Jets and running back Dalvin Cook are about $3 million apart in price. Some other notes today. The offensive line did seem better. I only noted 2 sacks, one by JFM on Max Mitchell, the other one by Solomon Thomas against Billy Turner. Solomon Thomas did get some run with the first team defense with Carl Lawson out. The second team offense, Zach Wilson going 5 for 9 and 11 on 11, had a touchdown pass to our wide receiver, Irv Charles. Zach continues to build chemistry with undrafted free agent wide receiver Xavier Gibson, who did have 2 catches from Wilson, also had 1 drop. Zach also completed passes to Zach Kuntz and Travis Dye, also tight end Jeremy Ruckert there, who's get some work with the first team and some with the second team. Quiet day for the defensive playmakers on the Jets. Adrian Amos had a pass breakup on Zach Wilson. One of the first times I've heard his name mentioned in practice, and it was Javelin Guidry getting beat multiple times by Gibson Guidry, the second team slot corner. The return game has been whittled down to a 4-man competition. To open camp, there were 7 or 8 guys returning kicks and punts. Now it's down to Mecole Hardman, undrafted free agent Xavier Gibson, veteran wide receiver Alex Erickson, and then veteran wide receiver Randall Cobb. So Gibson, if that's his only path to the roster, I would imagine, if he wins the return job. If you want some more Jets content talking about Aaron Rodgers' impact on the franchise and, of course, some more offensive line stuff, you can click that down below, and we'll talk ball tomorrow.